Welcome back. We learned parallel lines last time. This time it's perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are lines that intersect at right angles. That's a 90-degree angle, so we're looking for that right triangle. Vertical and horizontal lines are perpendicular. Here x equals -5 and y equals 5. When they intersect at this point, you see that there is a right triangle. Slopes of non-vertical perpendicular lines are opposite reciprocals. Okay, so these slopes are the opposite reciprocal. If a slope is 4, the opposite reciprocal is negative. That's the opposite part. The reciprocal is 1/4. So if we look at this is a slope of 4 and this is a slope of -1/4. And we do have a right triangle right here. They're going to give you a point and an equation, and they're going to ask you to write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through the point and is perpendicular to this equation. So we know that the slope has to be the opposite reciprocal of 3, so our slope is -1/3. Our x is -1, sorry, and our y is a 4. We now put this into our slope-intercept equation. Refer to the previous videos if you can't remember that. So we put 4 in for y, our slope is -1/3, our x is -1, and we solve it out for b. b ends up being 3 2/3. So our equation is y equals -1/3 x. Oops, there should have been an x right there, so glad we caught that. And so it's y equals -1/3 x plus 3 2/3. If we were to graph these, you can see this is y equals 3x plus 5. This is y equals -1/3 x plus 2/3. They cross at this point right here, and you can see the right triangle and the 90-degree angle on that. So these are perpendicular lines. They will also give you an equation and ask you to determine if they are perpendicular. So these are given in standard form. You need to convert them into slope-intercept form, so you can now see what the slope is. So we're going to subtract 3x from both sides and then divide by 5 to get the y by itself. So we see that this equation is y equals -3/5 x plus 2. The opposite reciprocal of that would be a positive 5/3. So let's look at the other equation and see if that's what we have. Subtract 5x. And then we have to divide by 3 to get rid of the coefficient in front of the y, and we now see it's y equals 5/3 x plus 2. That is the opposite reciprocal, therefore they are perpendicular. Let's look at one where it doesn't come out that way. So on this one, once again, standard form. We subtract 2x and divide by 5, and we have y equals -2/5 x plus 3. The opposite reciprocal of that would be 5/2. So that would have to be the slope on the other equation. When we go through this, we subtract 3x, then divide by 5, and we end up with y equals -3/5 x plus 3. So these are not perpendicular lines. See you next time.